What's going on, guys? I'm the filmmaker and I love movies, and welcome back to another video. A video that I'm very excited to show you guys today, because today we have a very special guest joining us. Of course, you can tell I'm wearing my AirPods. I'm not listening to music, I'm actually talking to Shane Harrison. Welcome, Shane. It's great to have you on the channel.
Hi guys, it's a pleasure to be on your channel. I've been hoping for this day to come one day, and I'm finally on the Filmmakers YouTube channel. You
may recognise Shane because we did a live stream together. That was during lockdown. It was actually a really good live stream. We were talking about like Shane's kind of filmmaking journey, talking about his short film. It is one, well, to this day, one of my favourite live streams to do, because it was really informative and we had a really good time chatting.
Yeah, I remember that live stream, and it was really great just to share my stories about, you know, making films and stuff, and my experience of working with actors and stuff like that.
And so today we are going to be talking about Criterion. Of course, this has kind of become, November is the Criterion season. This might be like an annual thing now. I just talk about, because of course we have the Barnes & Noble sale going on. In the UK we have the 3 for £30 deal going on. It's really great, and so today we're going to be showing our favourite Criterion releases. Now, on Shane's channel, we actually go talk about a general chat about the different Blu-ray labels, and we rank them, we tier rank them. So if you want to check that out, there is a link in the description. I'm going to put like a pop-up thing here. You'll find the link. It's very easy to find the link. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to Shane's channel. And so as I was saying, we're going to be counting down our top 5 favourite Criterion releases. In no particular order, only in spine number, just so we can have some process going with that. So I will let you go first, Shane. What is one of your favourite Criterion releases?
Okay, so my first favourites that I've chosen is actually spine number 681, and this film is from Noah Baumbach, and this is Frances Ha. Frances Ha is actually one of my favourite films of all time. It's actually on my 4 favourites on Letterboxd. I'm just a huge fan of Greta Gerwig's performance. I love Noah Baumbach's direction in this film. I love the artistic choice to make this film in black and white.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Shane, I actually haven't seen that yet, and I'm guessing you must have got that from the US.
Yeah, so this one is a US import. This was actually one of the first ones I got from the US. I know I was looking around for so long to try and find a regular copy of like a UK Blu-ray of it, and it was like sold out everywhere. I couldn't find it, and I found it on eBay, and it was quite expensive. So I just, you know, thought, why not just get the Criterion and import it from the US? It's one of my favourite films. I'm a big fan of Noah Baumbach, and I know quite a few of his films are now actually in the collection, so I want to collect all of them, and Frances Ha is just a must-have. And I'm a big fan of the cover, as you can see here. Sorry about the glare, I do have like a plastic sleeve over it, but you can see Greta Gerwig, she's dancing on the road. It's just a really, really nice cover, and I really like the fact that the film's in black and white. It's just one of my favourite films.
And can I ask, Shane, is this a digibook packaging, or is it just a standard Criterion?
No, this is actually the one that I've chosen. That's just a standard case. It's not like a digibook or anything, but when you do open it up, you do get like a nice booklet and stuff inside with essays and sort of like just special stuff about the film, which is just a really nice addition. But I'm a big fan of the regular cases.
I still have yet to actually watch Frances Ha, but it is definitely up there on my watch list. A lot of people love it. Noah Baumbach is a very interesting filmmaker for me. I think he's good. I haven't seen too many of his films. I've seen the Merowitz stories and Marriage Story as well. And I think he's a decent director. His dialogue's great. So yeah, I really am interested to watch Frances Ha. Yeah,
and I think as well, Greta Gerwig is actually a co-writer of this film as well. And I think this is how her and Noah Baumbach actually met and like got together, because I think they're in a relationship now. So yeah, this is the film that started the Noah Baumbach and Greta Gerwig relationship.
So my first pick will be this one. So this is Mishima Life in 4 Chapters. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Is that right, Shane?
Yeah, I think it's Mishima Life in 4 Chapters, yeah.
This is spine number 432. Now, why have I chosen this one? Because I actually haven't seen the film yet. I may actually hate the film, who knows? But I've just chosen it purely on the packaging, because this has to be one of the best digibook packagings for a Criterion I have ever seen. So sorry about the glare, because it is quite a shiny Criterion. It's really nice, it's quite golden, and it's kind of got different dimensions to it, because see it on the different colours, but it's also, there's gloss in there, but it's also nice and smooth. Then when you take it out, you actually get a really nice black. So you've got kind of the slip here where it's all golden, and you take it out and it's all black now. We've selected bits from the slip. It's still in golden. On the back there, you've kind of got like looks like a tree or something. And then when you open it up, you've got a stacked, absolutely really nicely put together booklet of the film. It just looks really good. I was completely and utterly just in a trance. I was just like, wow, look at this. This is such a good Criterion, just for the artwork, the packaging. You can tell so much time and work has gone into this release. I cannot wait to read the booklet. It looks so inviting, the booklet. I don't know what it's about, but yeah, it just looks super good, and I cannot actually wait to watch the film.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. It's a really good choice. I actually recently picked it up and I had no clue what the film was about. I'd never seen anything about the film. And I just thought, why not pick it up? Because the gold packaging is so striking and bold. It just makes people want to, you know, they're intrigued about what the film is and stuff. So, yeah, it's a really great choice.
Thank you, Shane. Thank you. So what is your second choice?
My second choice is Spine Number 700. And this is actually a Wes Anderson film. And this is one that I've also imported from the US. And this is Fantastic Mr. Fox. This one is actually got Noah Baumbach involved with it as well. I think he's actually a co-writer for this film, if I'm correct.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, you're correct.
So it's quite Noah Baumbach themed so far. But yeah, this is definitely my favourite kind of cover on any Blu-ray that I own. I just feel like this cover is just so beautiful. I don't think this is actually a shot from the film. I think it's just like a specially made cover, specially made artwork for the cover of the Criterion. But I'm a huge fan of the digibook style, the way it opens up, as you can see here. And then it's got some beautiful artwork of the landscape, of the location of the film. And then you open it up, it's obviously got the disc there. It's got some great orange patterns there on the inside, really go with the theme of the film. And then also it's got a really nice booklet with loads of essays and cool behind the scenes artwork about the process of the making of the stop motion and stuff. It's just a really nice release. I'm also a bit gutted. There was one thing I was a bit gutted about when I actually purchased it. You can actually get like quite a bigger version of this. You can get like the Blu-ray and DVD combo pack of the Criterion release, and it's like 3 times thicker. And I was kind of hoping to get that when I got it. But I mean, I'm still happy because you still get the booklet and the nice digipack style like packaging and stuff. So yeah, I can't complain. It's one of my favourite films. It's actually one of my girlfriend's favourite films as well. So yeah, I'm very happy to have this in the collection.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, I just recently, the other week, got the exact one that you got from the US, and I was, like you, overwhelmed. It was great. I really can just only echo your thoughts on the film and on the packaging of the Criterion.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favourite Wes Anderson films and one of my favourite stop motion films as well.
Next up for me, we have Spine Number 821, and it is Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Now, believe it or not, this is the only Kubrick film I own in the Criterion Collection, because I own most of his films in the Premium Collection, and all the other films actually in the Criterion Collection from Kubrick are actually only available in the US. So this is actually the first film I got from Criterion, this and Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. And going on from the theme of digibook, of course, this is a digibook, and it is really, really good. Not only is this, again, a Kubrick film, I love it, it's great, it's really funny, really well directed, it's shot wonderfully. When we take it out, can I just also point out the lovely, oh sorry, it's quite glaring there, didn't notice that, but we just do a little bit of a close-up of that film. You can just see the artwork there. It's nice, it's clean, it's simple. Take it out and you've got a very iconic image of the film, and then when you turn it around it's quite closer up. And then when you take it out, you've obviously got that in there for it, the disc and some other images, but you always get in a Criterion, regardless of digibook, you always get kind of like an essay, something about the film. Now for Dr. Strangelove, you actually get this here, and it's like in the film there's like a top secret kind of like package or something. It's like an envelope they get in the plane, and so it comes in this envelope. You take it out, I think I've got everything out here, and they get like a pack of essential things that they need. So they get the Holy Bible and Russian phrases, and it's a really, really tiny book, and you actually get this, and it's actually got writing in it. It just talks about the restoration of the film and special thanks and things in this really tiny little booklet. Then you get this magazine. There's obviously a bigger version of it in the film. It's kind of like a Playboy magazine. The guy is reading in the plane, but it's obviously got Strangelove on there as well, and some other things like that. Some references to the film, and then here you've got like essays on the film as well. It's so creative, and then not only do you get that, but you also get this letter. Like, it's 2 pages, double-sided, and it must be another kind of essay on the film. On it, it's got a big red stamp saying top secret. I mean, I don't. Do you have this, Shane? Do you actually have this film?
Yeah, that was actually one of the first Criterions I actually purchased. I haven't actually seen the film yet, though. I just picked it up based off the fact it was a Stanley Kubrick film and based off the good words I've heard about the film. But yeah, I totally agree with the packaging is absolutely on point, and I really wish that they included more of those sort of like envelope style stuff, you know, like memorabilia for the film within Criterion packagings, because it would be really nice to get that in other titles as well.
So hopefully, if you don't own the Doctor Strangelove Criterion, hopefully I've now sold it to you to go out and buy it, because not only is it a fantastic film directed by one of the greatest film directors of all time, it is beautifully packaged by the fantastic Criterion. So Shane, what's your next?
So my next one is actually, it's got 3 films in it. It's a box set. It's spine number 856, and it's directed by Richard Linklater, and it's the Before Trilogy box set. And this is actually one that I've not seen. I've never seen any of these 3 films, but I'm highly anticipating these films to be some of the greatest films that I'm ever going to watch, just because I've heard...
Well, sorry to interrupt, Shane, but we are actually in the same boat, because behind me you can see the Before Trilogy, and we must own the same box set, and I actually haven't seen any of the Before Trilogy films yet as well.
I'm definitely saving this for a rainy day, because, I mean, I just the whole idea and concept of I think there's like an 8-year gap in between each film or something, or like there's quite a big gap between each film. Just the box set as well, as you can tell, each one comes in a digibook style casing. It's got Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and then you've got Before Midnight, and the artwork on each of these is just absolutely beautiful. And then as you can see here, the Before Sunset one is actually a little bit thicker than all of the other ones, and that's because when you open this one up, it's actually got the booklet and stuff, so it's got like the behind the scenes interviews with actors and stuff. So that's just a really nice addition to the set. But yeah, the only reason that I've put this into my top 5 favourite Criterions is just because of the fact that I'm just hyping this up so much that I really hope that when I do get around to watching it, I'm just not disappointed by it.
Same here, Shane. I'm definitely, I can only say what you have said. I do have the box set. It really does look really good. And I'm also hoping for some great films. Hopefully I enjoy it. Next up for me will be spine number 1025, and it is the Grand Budapest Hotel. Now, I've actually spoken more about this film or the packaging at least of this film, in my video where I showed off some new Criterions I got from America. Now this one, not only is it fantastically packaged, I'm talking about Grand Budapest Hotel because I couldn't pick which one to go for with the Wes Anderson digibook style packaging, whether I would go for the Grand Budapest, or whether I would go for Fantastic Mr. Fox like Shane did, or whether I'd go for Moonrise Kingdom, because all 3 are fantastic. All 3 are packaged so well. Criterion really outdo themselves with these, especially Wes Anderson packaging. So I picked Budapest Hotel since it is the most recent Wes Anderson film to get this treatment. So technically I might be cheating here. I might be talking about 3 films, but there you have it. If you want to see what's actually in here, because I've actually talked about this more in depth, then the video is up here for you to go and check out.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and I just hope that one day Criterion release the Isle of Dogs, so then there's all of Wes Anderson's films in the collection.
Yes, Hopefully soon, yeah.
And hopefully they do release it with the nice digibook style, similar to, the Grand Budapest Hotel and etc.
So what's next for you, Shane?
The next one for me is it's actually a release that came out this year, and it's spy number 1038, and this is also a Noah Baumbach film, and this is Marriage Story, starring Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson. A lot of people have probably seen this film from it being on Netflix, and the one thing I really like about Netflix and Criterion, they have like this sort of relationship going where the Netflix exclusive films like The Irishman, Marriage Story, Roma, they all get special releases and digibook releases on Criterion as well. And I'm just a huge fan of Marriage Story. This was one of the few films I've actually rated 5 stars on my Letterboxd page. I'm just a huge fan of the performances by Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson, and as well the packaging on this as well is one of the main reasons why I bought it. You might just be like, oh, why didn't you just watch it on Netflix? It's going to be there forever because it's a Netflix exclusive. But how can you turn down this packaging? When you open it up, it's got the letter that they write to them, where they write to each other. So as you can see here, they've actually got this like handwritten letter inside, and it looks like it's on a lined piece of paper. It's just a really nice addition. And then when you open it up as well, you've got the other letter that Nicole wrote for Charlie, which are the 2 characters in the film, and this one is on a nicely handwritten piece of lined paper. And then when you open it up, you've also got a little booklet as well, which is a nice addition. And then when you open it up fully, when you've got all of these open, you can see the 2 characters there with the disc in the middle. And then on the other side, you've got the 2 characters again with a portrait of them both. And then you've also got their kid on the side as well. I'm just a huge fan of Marriage Story. The performances are exceptional. I really wish that Adam Driver or Scarlett Johansson won the Oscar, but sadly they didn't. Am I right there? Did they win the Oscar or not?
Yeah, nobody won the Oscar, unfortunately. I was hoping that Driver and Johansson both won the Oscar. That would have been great.
Yeah, that would have been really, really nice because their performances were exceptional, and I really feel like this is the film that's going to elevate Noah Baumbach into the mainstream. Like, a lot of people have watched this film just because it's on Netflix, so I hope that more of his films get more attention because he's a great film director.
Yeah, I agree. And the screenplay as well is phenomenal. I really think the screenplay is great for that film. I don't think I like it as much as you, Shane, but again, I remember I got the Criterion, I pre-ordered it as soon as it arrived, I did a video on it, and then I put it in and I enjoyed it because it really is. Like you said, I really like how Netflix is bringing out some of their kind of more prestigious films on physical media, partners with Criterion and giving them, it's just a dream, isn't it? And it's now come true. So yeah, great choice, Shane.
Thank you very much.
Now, the 4th choice I have is actually not a digibook packaging style. I know, I've been favouring those this video, but this is spy number 1033, and it is Buster Keaton's The Cameraman. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is like one of the very few Buster Keaton films that have been released through Criterion. And the reason why I spotlight this film for being one of my favourite releases is not only the really nice artwork here, turn it round and it's just really, really nice. You open it up, and it isn't actually, you may be thinking, oh, it's one of my favourite Buster Keaton films. It isn't. I actually think it does get good and it does get funny, like towards the end when he's actually doing funny stuff with the camera. But kind of the first and maybe even the second act, it's fine, but nothing too impressive. You get a really big booklet here with all the information you need, all the essays and things. But another thing I'd like to add, and one of the main reasons why I chose this is because of the fantastic special features. And actually, if you might not know this, but you actually get 2 films in this. They are kind of advertising it and showing it and releasing it as one film, being Buster Keaton's The Cameraman. But actually, in the special features, if you go on the supplements, there's also another Keaton film called Spiked Marriage, which I watched last week, and I actually think Spiked Marriage is better than The Cameraman. That is a really good Keaton film and a lot more funny than The Cameraman, even though it is still a good film. And I understand The Cameraman has some sort of importance and significance in the filmography of Keaton. Some people say it's his last great silent film, but I really like Spiked Marriage in this as well, so it's definitely worth it. It's like the price, it's 2 for 1 in a sense. So yeah, if you haven't watched any Keaton, I'd recommend maybe getting this, or maybe even a Masters of Cinema box set.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know that was another film added to the cameraman release. I just thought it was the cameraman, so that's kind of made me consider buying it, because, you know, getting 2 films for the price of one. Is it a full-length film or is it a short film?
No, it's full-length, feature-length film.
Oh, I'm surprised they're not advertising it as sort of like a duo pack, like some other releases that they've released.
Yeah, I was surprised as well. I looked, I was like, really? Another film? That's great.
Yeah, that's similar to The Killing, you know, the Stanley Kubrick film. There's the Criterion for that, and there's also The Killer's Kiss on that, and that's just on the back, like it's just like a special feature.
That's similar to Arrow Academy's Blu-ray of that as well. I've got the Arrow Academy Blu-ray, and you do get Killer's Kiss with The Killing with Arrow Academy, so yeah. So, Shane, what is your final pick for one of your favourite Criterion releases? What could it possibly be? If anyone hasn't been watching Shane's channel at the moment, he hasn't picked up anything of importance. He really hasn't been buying any good Criterions, have you, Shane?
No, I haven't at all. I definitely haven't picked up my favourite Criterion that I've ever purchased. This one is actually one without a spine number, and it's the Ingmar Bergman box set. As you can see here, it hardly fits into the frame. It's bigger than my head. It's absolutely ginormous. I mean, I don't really need to say much about this film. I can just get you to look at the beautiful artwork on the front here, as you can see, and the fact that is when you open it up, it comes with a book that's bigger than like all of my Criterions put together. It's like a 300-page book, sorry, and it's got absolutely everything you ever wanted to know about Ingmar Bergman. It's got essays about each individual film in here as well. It's got special behind the scenes interviews with like the cameraman and producers of the film and etc. and stuff like that. And then the artwork is absolutely beautiful, as you can see. There's a picture of Ingmar Bergman on the front, and then when you open it up, it's actually got a huge digibook style casing for all of the discs. And it's actually got 39 films in here. So when you open it up, you can see that each page has got like 4 different discs on each page, which is a really nice addition, because they've actually created this Ingmar Bergman set in a way that's not just ordered in the chronological order. It's actually ordered in a way that Criterion want you to release it. So I think they've kind of scattered the more popular films like Seventh Seal, Persona throughout the release, so people don't just go in and watch, you know, all of the popular films and don't watch some of the niche, more unknown Ingmar Bergman films. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the Ingmar Bergman set?
Well, Shane, I would have just told them to watch your video on it.
Yeah, I completely forgot I even made a video on it.
I'm actually just going to say in this video, I've actually ordered the Ingmar Bergman set, so I don't know if I'll do a video on it because, well, if you've seen Shane's video, you've seen everything you need to know anyway, and there's countless videos of it on the internet, so I may just include it in like a general collection video, but I cannot wait. I'm sure I'll post something about it on social media, on Instagram or something, because it's on its way. I got it at a really good price on Amazon US, and you know, I'm just getting more and more excited for the day it finally arrives in the post, because I will be ecstatic when it releases. It's just, yeah, it's a dream come true.
Yeah, and with the Black Friday sale on Amazon at the moment, would highly recommend picking up any Criterion that you've been looking for, or on Barnes & Nobles if you're in the US. But yeah, a lot of them are half price, and specifically the Ingmar Bergman set is at a price that you just can't turn down.
I completely agree, because, again, I did not turn down that price. Now, following in the same footsteps of Shane, my final favourite Criterion release is a box set, and it is the Godzilla box set. Let me just bring it down. I've had it in the background for the entire video, and I'm sure none of you expected me to bring this down to talk about, because this has kind of been a forgotten Criterion, hasn't it? Of course I'm joking, because this is kind of one of the most famous Criterions. I mean, it's even bigger than my head. It is almost like it's a massive kind of book, and it's the centerpiece for anyone's collection. Just, you could spend hours just looking at this front page, this front cover of the artistic art on this. I don't know what else to say really. It is spine number 1000. It is the Showa era films from 1954 to 1975. On the back you've got even more artwork on here as well. You open it up I mean, artwork on every single page. Like the artwork's now filling up the entire frame of the video. You can't even see me.
Yeah, I think that Godzilla set is actually taller than the Ingmar Bergman set, which is mind-blowing because this Ingmar Bergman set is huge.
Wow, that's really wow. I did not realise that. That the first half of this book, well, yeah, it is a book, is actually pages of like essays. So you could, if you wanted to, go through the box set, and then after you finish the film, you can kind of read the about the film. So this is obviously the first film they have in there is the Godzilla. And it tells you like the cast, the crew, the runtime, what year it was made in, and what it doesn't actually highlight, because it is kind of in the supplements of the Godzilla. If we just go down to where actually all the discs are, here they are. In the supplements of Godzilla, you do actually get the American remake of Godzilla, and the reason probably why it's just in the supplements is because about 90% of the American remake is clips from the original Godzilla. In fact, the director of the original Godzilla, I forget his name, is actually credited as one of the directors on the American remake. It's basically just this American reporter, and then there's like scenes from the original where they're talking Japanese, and he goes, "Sorry, my Japanese is a bit rusty. Can you please translate for me?" So I watched that one as well. It wasn't, it was just the original, but for Americans. And you get all sorts of kind of crazy kaiju action in this. You get Godzilla raids again, Godzilla versus King Kong, all monsters attack. Godzilla. There's so many films where it's just Godzilla versus. So I'm really excited to actually watch some Godzilla fights and some kaiju fights, because I've seen a few of these already, and some of them that you spend more time with the boring human characters than you do with Godzilla, especially in the original and some bits in the sequel, but the sequel's a little messy as well. But they're good Sunday morning fun. So if this is ever at a good price, it's kind of an essential Criterion for your collection. If you're big into Criterion, if you're big into collecting, this is a centerpiece for your collection. I highly recommend you get this.
Yeah, that's one that's definitely high up there on my wish list, because I'm quite a noob to Godzilla in general. I've not even seen the newer Godzilla films that they've released, so I really want to get my hands on that set. And with it looking the way it looks, it's just, like you said, it's just a must-have for any collector out there. Certainly
is. So I think that just brings us to the end of the video.
Yeah, that's it. We've showcased our 5. Yeah.
Are we right, Shane? Yeah, we have definitely. Great, so thank you all so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe to Shane's channel and watch the video that me and him did about tier ranking the different Blu-ray labels. That was a lot of fun to talk about as well. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Shane?
No, I'd just like to say it's been a pleasure to be honoured to be in a video with the filmmaker, so I hope you like me, and you want to maybe subscribe to my channel. That would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you everyone so much for watching. Tell me what your favourite Criterion releases. Let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to reply to all of you. And as always, I will see you again in the next video. Bye.
See you later.